to all. Peace, blessings, love, and abundance to all. This is the Science of the Heart Healing, the Heart Healing Institute. On a quick 5 to 8 minutes, brief thought on the universe's responsibility to help your heart heal. I like to go into the nature. Nature is pretty much the key to the universe. So I always look around when I'm in nature to see what may be coming around and things like that. Animals and stuff never harm me, but I like to see them if they come out. So, we have a lot of theorists, philosophers, scientists who have studied the universe, the cosmos, who have studied the human body within as well. And a lot of them say there is a close relationship between the function of the human body and the way the universe operates, the cosmos operates, like the rotating around the sun and different orbits and different things like that. Should investigate it, a little further.
Low battery.
Low battery. Let me turn this off. So, with this universe or the cosmos relationship to healing, there's a lot associated with the cosmos when we give credit for it. When you study the sun and the moon and the stars and the alignments and why they mapped out the sky this way, it was for travel, it was for months, to keep track of months. It was also for they said that the moon is responsible for the tides and things like that. The waves and stuff in the ocean. So there's an abundance of knowledge to be attained from studying the universe or studying nature. Some scientists even say that the recharge that one gets from going out into the fresh nature, fresh air, grass, near creeks and streams, running water to the beach. They say that the healing process is like this metaphor, like a super fast charger on your cell phone. One of them real expensive ones, charging in like 20 minutes. And if the closer you touch it, the faster it charges. But just being out in that environment alone is peaceful and serene. You get to reacquaint yourself with your own thoughts, your own feelings, which feelings belong to me and which belong to other people. It's been all of this noise in my head. How do I silence it so I can know which path to take? Nature is good, and nature is to be trusted. That's why they have meteorologists and stuff like that, because they trust that when they see the clouds, rain, or snow, whatever's going to come. They trust the sun is going to rise at this time and set at that time. They trust nature to be cyclical. Well, don't forget the human beings are natural too. And just like a bird and a bee and the sea, a human being is created as well within nature. So the human has a nature as well, don't they? That's right. Humans have cycles as well, don't they? That's right. Humans personality, not personality, their energy is dictated by the movement of the cosmos as well. It would be unrealistic for anybody with a slightly scientific mind to believe that with the absence of something, something else don't change, right? So if you boil water and add salt, the water get more hotter, but it's salt water now, right? It's not the same. Fresh water, salt water, not the same. So with the removal of something, or with the addition of something, the substance or the original substance change, right? So a human is part of the universe just like everything else. The cosmos, the grass, the trees, and all the rest of it. So know thyself is a very important lesson. It is the lesson. Know thyself. Because if you miss the lesson of knowing thyself, then thyself will lead yourself into more cycles of trauma. See, we must know ourselves to the point that we can protect ourselves. We must know ourselves to the point where we can heal ourselves. We must know ourselves to the point where we can steer ourselves. You got to know yourself, the shadow side and the sun side, the moon side and the sun side, the light side and the dark side. You got to know yourself. And your whole self must be accepted within self. It must be. Because without accepting the whole entity of self, then there may be a self-defeat somewhere in there. There may be a shame somewhere in there. There may be a subconscious, an evil subconscious attitude towards self somewhere in there. And all of these feelings of bad, especially about self, in the rest of the world, but let's start with self, especially about self, come from self. Don't come from God. All good comes from the Most High God, and all bad comes from ourselves. So all these bad thoughts we have about self that exist in our mind and exist in our hearts, we accepted it somewhere and allowed it to live within self. And it's hard to believe until you experience it or really step outside of yourself to become aware that your portrayal of the environment around you, or everything that's going on around you, is a portrayal from within self, or it's a projection from within self, like you are a projector. I used to say a long time ago that it's like you're filtering what's going on around you through this net that you have, and the net is your biased experiences. So until we reach discernment, which means that you judge things and not emotion, you judge them based on what the Most High has given you out of wisdom and knowledge to judge a situation. And if you fall short on discernment, you sure will judge things based on emotion. You'll make a heart over head decision when you know it's wrong. You'll make a head over heart decision because you think that the numbers add up better, even though your heart is telling you this is a wrong move. So we are thankful to the Most High for giving us this science of the heart healing and this Heart Healing Institute. Like, share, and subscribe. Not many want to focus on the science of the heart healing, but we have so many humans walking around with hurt hearts. You still have any betrayal, then you have a hurt heart. So we look for forgiveness. We ask for forgiveness. We thank the Most High. 8 minutes. Have a good evening, everyone.